It's been quite some time now since I've checked out a Huawei laptop. Well, good thing then that Huawei have actually very kindly sent us their brand new Huawei MateBook D16 for us to check out then. Now, this ain't your grandmother's laptop that she uses to play Candy Crush. No. This bad boy right here comes with a massive 16-inch display, metallic chassis, and perhaps most impressively, an Intel Core i9 for you to run pretty much any number of Excel files that you can dream of. Okay, so maybe not every Excel sheet in the world, but this is still a pretty powerful machine on paper at least. Specifically, you'll find a 13th gen Intel Core i9 13900H here with 16 gigs of RAM and a 1TB SSD. Unfortunately though, for those of you looking to play a couple of rounds of Fortnite while at work, the MateBook D16 here doesn't come with discrete graphics cards, though you do get integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics and Windows 11 out of the box. Now, this is just a quick first impressions video, but I can't help myself. If you're putting an Intel Core i9 in front of me, I'm gonna benchmark it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Nicole, you ready? Alright, let's do some quick Cinebench runs now, shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna very quickly pull up Cinebench here. Now, as you can see, I've already done the multi-core run, but that's just because, you know, I wanted to make it quick. And so that we'll have more time to actually talk about the laptop. Anyway, let's gonna run now. And while it runs, let me just go through the rest about the laptop lah, okay? Its display, like I've mentioned, is a massive 16-inch display. So if size matters to you, then you know where to look lah. It comes with a 1920 by 1200p resolution in a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, and the taller aspect ratio here is certainly nice to have considering that this is very much a work-focused laptop, so you have all the additional space to see the extra Excel cells on the bottom of the screen there lah. Huawei also says that the display covers the full sRGB color gamut, has a 1200:1 contrast ratio and a maximum brightness of 300 nits. Based on my early couple of hours with it, I have to say that the brightness is a little below par, but then again, I've probably been spoiled by all the OLED displays that I've been using on the more expensive laptops we have around here lah. For indoors use, but maybe not under the studio light, it'll be fine, and besides, it can do this. Now, despite its size, the Huawei MateBook D16 here only weighs 1.68 kg, making it quite light considering that it's packing a 16-inch display. For reference, the 16-inch MacBook Pro weighs in at 2.14 kg, around half a kilo more than the MateBook D16. A more fitting comparison though would probably be the Asus VivoBook 16, but even that's a touch heavier at 1.88 kg. As for the keyboard, you'll find a full-size keyboard here complete with the numpad, and honestly it's quite nice to type on. There's plenty of travel here and nothing's too cramped up together, but the touchpad could actually be quite a bit bigger, much bigger in fact. I'm not sure why Huawei opted to put such a relatively small touchpad here considering it's a 16-inch laptop and that there's plenty of space around it. I mean, look at this, just look at this.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back and the Cinebench 2024 benchmark has run its course. And as you can see, its multi-core is actually pretty good, but perhaps not as good as it can be. The Intel Core i9 13900H should actually be getting closer to 900 points, but over here it seems to have capped out at 759 points. Meanwhile though, for its single-core test, it does perform on average with other Intel Core i9 laptops, scoring 112 points. Now, because this is just a quick and dirty test, I'm not actually too sure what went on here, as it doesn't seem to have been a thermal issue, with the temps never really going past the mid-80s, and in fact, during the multi-core test, the MateBook D16 was hovering around a cool 75 degrees. It could just be that Huawei had tuned it more for comfort and battery life instead of pure performance, which does kind of make sense considering most people who use it won't be running benchmarks or running games with high system requirements on it anyway. Instead, it's probably more for the average user who will need the occasional boost in power to quickly edit a photo or export a file while working. Now, we also can't finish this quick look of the MateBook D16 without a speaker test now, can we? So I'm gonna click on one of our own videos on YouTube and I'm gonna lean in so that the mic will actually pick up the laptop.
In case you're wondering, this is not Europe. This is actually Huawei's Oxhong campus in Dongguan, China, and it looks more like a theme park than a tech campus. This is Alex from soyachinchao.com, and this is the Huawei P60 Pro. Let's check it out. The P60 Pro is Huawei's latest flagship, and as a P series, this device is focused on photography. In terms of design, it looks like a point-and-shoot camera, which is something Huawei has been doing since the Huawei P20 series.
So, it's alright. I mean, they don't sound the best, but they get kind of loud. It's alright.
I mean, it's alright, like...
Other features of note here include a 720p webcam, a fingerprint scanner on the power button, USB-C port, two USB-A ports, and a HDMI 1.4 port on top of a 3.5mm combo audio jack. Keeping the lights on is a 70 watt-hour battery that Huawei says will be able to last you up to 15 hours of use. Whether that's true or not though, you will have to check out my colleague Hanif's full review of the MateBook D16, so stay tuned for that. Lastly, we're going to finally take a look at its price. Here's how much the Huawei MateBook D16 will cost in Malaysia. As you can see from its price, it's actually a relatively affordable 16-incher, especially if you don't need the full power of the Intel Core i9 that we have here. In fact, if all you want is a 16-inch screen, those Core i5 models around the 3K mark aren't too bad at all. You can already pre-order one of these laptops today, with the Core i5 models open for pre-order till the 19th of January and the Core i9 version that we have here open for pre-order till the 2nd of February. Also, pre-orders will come with up to 2,144 ringgit worth of freebies, which include portable speaker, backpack, mouse, and even a printer. Anyway, that's been our quick first impression of the MateBook D16, Huawei's latest laptop in Malaysia. Honestly, at first glance, it's pretty decent, and I think it'll be quite popular for anyone looking for a large laptop at a reasonable price. That's it from me today. Remember to like and subscribe for more from us here at Soyachinchao. This has been Raymond, signing out.